Welcome to this week's 6 opener in the SFLm between the Madison Lynx and the Albuquerque Atoms. I'm your play-by-play commentator Liam Crouser, and joining me this evening is my partner in analysis Nate Hall. Nate, welcome to this evening's matchup. What are you looking forward to?
I am looking forward to these two teams being evenly matched throughout the entire game. Even though Madison doesn't have a win yet on the season, I'm looking for them to stay competitive throughout this one. Xander Moon, currently in the minor leagues, 4th in yardage, looking to have a good game tonight. As well as the Atoms trying to find themselves in the playoff push as we approach the final 3 games of the season. There's about 6 teams right now within 1 game of each other fighting for the final 3 playoff spots. It's going to be a good one. Let's get this one going.
Great to have you alongside me. The Madison Lynx still looking to get their first win in what has been quite a dismal defence of last season's crown. They're not out of it yet, but they'll be up against stiff opposition in the Atoms. They're on the outside looking in at the moment. They're under 500 and they absolutely must win this big matchup to remain in the playoff hunt. Albuquerque will be kicking left and right in those lurid green fluorescent and black uniforms, and the Madison Lynx will be returning right to left. And the Albuquerque Atoms kick this one off, and it's underway. Returned up to 26-yard line for the Madison Lynx. Just looking at the Madison offense, walking onto the field, Xander Moon at quarterback returns from last season. Marcus Duncan, Adrian Ellis, Charlie Baker, and Queg Mam are the halfback and wide receiving options. Tight end Ron Haynes and guard Jay Warren. Always nice to see a offensive lineman out on the starting lineup. 5-step drop for Moon, and that is going to be just up to the line of scrimmage. It will be a completion, but that's going to be a 2nd and 10 to start off this matchup.
Yeah, there was out there on the in the flats to the wide receiver, but nowhere to go. That defender for Albuquerque was right there to stop him for no gain on that one.
2nd and 10 now for the Madison Lynx. Going to come out in a weak eye set here with 3 wide receivers out in spread. It's going to be a run to the weak side, and that's a good run. That's going to be a first down and a little bit more up to the 41-yard line for the Madison Lynx. 1st and 10. Good run there from number 21. That's Marcus Duncan, returning running back from last season. 5'11", one of those finesse backs that we know the SFL major teams love to see so much.
Yeah, great run on that first run of the day.
5-step drop on a single back set, and that's going to be up to the 44-yard line for the Madison Lynx of Albuquerque. And that was a decent pickup there on that drop back. Xander Moon, he's been in the press this week, Nate, for a whole bunch of different reasons. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do turning up. He's going to change it at the line here, and that's a drop back out of the gun, and that's going to be thrown out to the weak side. And that is going to be nearly a first down. Number 15 takes number 7 down for the Albuquerque Atoms. That's Mickey Melillo. He wants to get out of Baker's way there. Charlie Baker, the 2-way player out of Fort Worth, female wide receiver for this Madison Lynx offense.
Kickers are used to being hit like that.
Exactly, yeah. That's going to be a trap play, and that is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Just pulled back behind the line there. Number 99 on the stop there for the Albuquerque Atoms. That was Neil Rivers on the stop.
Yeah, but I like what Madison's doing on this first drive of the game, mixing it up with the run with the pass, coming out with a heavy set here on 3rd and 1. I just like to see him hand it off right here to the halfback.
Weak power right, and that's going to be to the running back, and that is going to be a first down, just getting those yards that he needed to get another set of downs here. The Albuquerque Atoms defense, you got Neil Rivers, who we saw on that stop just a moment ago at defensive tackle. The only defensive lineman on this team, Jason Peace at inside linebacker, Liam Ryan, Don Fletcher, Cody Holland, Jax Nuke Duke and Rukin Jr. and Dante Grimm in the defensive backfield. And that is going to be just a couple of yards for the Madison Lynx. Madison Lynx 0-5 on the season. It's not been a great defence of their championship from last season, Nate, but it's been a promising start for this drive in this game so far. What do you think they need to keep doing from what you've seen so far?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep mixing it up. Looks like they're going to go with the pass here on 2nd and long, but keep mixing it up and get your wide receivers involved as well.
And it will be a pass, and that's going to be a nice pickup of around about 3 yards or so, looks like. So makes it a manageable 3rd down. I would say they're within field goal range here, probably looking at about 43, 44 yards. But that's such a good drive. You've taken up about 5 minutes off the clock already. Out in the shotgun set, it looks like they're going to be aggressive. There's a massive amount of space in the field at the top of the screen there. Loads of time for the quarterback, and that is nearly picked off by the Albuquerque Atoms. Nearly went the whole other way. It was a bang-bang play there as Gray curses his misfortune at not being able to make the pick there for the Albuquerque Atoms. It's Diamond Gray, the outside linebacker. Outside linebacker out there on coverage.
Yeah, he got back there deep into coverage, playing zone, just playing center field. Got a hand there to knock it away, bring up 4th down, and we got the kicker, Alex Jackson, coming out, trying to get the first points of the game.
So they will get the shot at a free at least for the Madison Lynx. Take an early lead in this tie. Snap is decent, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 44 yards for the Madison Lynx to put the first points on the board today, as Alex Jackson, the kicker.
Yeah, right down the middle on that kick. I like what, can't say it enough, I like what Madison did on that first drive. They may not have gotten the 6 points, but they got points nonetheless. And I think if they continue that same concept of mixing up the run with the pass, keeping their Marcus Duncan halfback involved in the run game, as well as airing it out to their 2 good wide receivers out there on the edges, they might have a good game tonight, and they definitely need it.
Kickoff is away from the Madison Lynx. Albuquerque Atoms returning up to the 25-yard line. And let's have a look at some of these Albuquerque Atoms offensive players. Trellis Blanton at QB, Baloo Scott at halfback, Chuck Stella at fullback, Honus Odeby, Ed Williams, TT Crystal as the wide receiving core, Levy Leitz as the tight end, week 2 signing in this SFLm season, and Phoebe Collins at tackle. So offensive line starters for both of these teams. 6'7" is Collins, and we're going to see an early hurry up from the Albuquerque Atoms. Not something we very often see, but they like the set that they've got here. Picked up 3 yards on that first pass, and they won't pick up anything there. They dump it off to the halfback, number 22, Baloo Scott, and he's not able to make any yardage there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they saw, but they definitely are going to hurry up.
3rd and 7 here. 3-step drop, and that is deflected by number 54 of the Madison Lynx. That's Matthew Alvarado. And that is going to be a quick. It's going to be a quick 3 and out for the Albuquerque Atoms, and not the start they would have wanted. Madison, they are not playing to their record so far. They've had a great defensive stop and a great offensive drive to put points on the board so far, Nate.
Yeah, like you said, quick 3 and out. Alvarado did the same thing on that defensive play as Madison's linebacker did on their previous drive. So definitely not what they wanted to see on that drive, that 3 and out for Albuquerque. Not sure why they went hurry up this early in the ball game either. That's an interesting decision by the coaching staff. Maybe they saw something in scouting this week that made them think they could speed it up and try to beat this Madison secondary, but it just didn't work in a quick 3 and out and turning the ball right back over to Madison.
Yeah, very interesting indeed, and Madison have a chance to reply and really take the game by the scruff of the neck with a shotgun set here. And that was a lot of pressure, and that's an excellent pass to number 88 for the Madison Lynx. They throw it to the big guy. It's number 88, Ron Haynes, 6'5", tight end there.
How about the job? Yeah, how about the job Xander Moon did, avoiding the pressure back there in the pocket, stepping up into the pocket, into the throw, finding the wide open tight end on the left-hand side, streaking down that left-hand side on the seam route, and big gain on that play, getting them first down.
Yeah, excellent work there by the Madison Lynx, and already back into opposing field territory. That's going to be a run, and that's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, but they have been potent so far, Madison. Not what we've seen out of them so far this season, but they are right back in with a sniff of a chance of getting not only their first win, but pushing on and perhaps shocking people and getting back in with a chance of getting into the playoffs. 2nd and 10 here. That's going to be a throw to the corner route, and that is going to be dropped. It looked like he would have been out of bounds anyway. Just led him a bit too far, but not a lot of defensive coverage there to stop him if he had caught it. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 10, Nate.
Yeah, it looks like Charlie Baker could have maybe had a foot down, but it was really close to that sidelines. But Xander Moon, you're right, just led him a little bit too far over to that sidelines. Didn't really give Baker a chance to come up with it, and incomplete pass.
3-step drop, and that is going to be a pick. Saw that pick coming from a mile off from number 24 of the Albuquerque Atoms. That's Liam Ryan, the two-way player out of Mexico City. And from one Liam to another, I commend what an excellent piece of defensive play there for the Albuquerque Atoms as they turn the ball over.
Yeah, it looked like Quag Mam was on the intended target for Xander Moon on that throw. And Liam Ryan just got in the path of that ball and picked it off. And that's something that Xander Moon struggled with this season. Now his 11th pick on the season.
3-step drop, and that is a pass to catch, and that is going to be a first down for the Albuquerque Atoms, their first of the day. Let's have a look at this Madison Lynx defense. They had an excellent stop on the last drive, but let's have a look at who is on their personnel now that we've got a chance. Mike Mello at defensive end, Anthony Bonar and Jobu McSlim fill out the remainder of the defensive line. Matthew Alvarado, John Fowler as the linebackers. Chet Maverick, Ty White, Young Bot, Joseph Lama, Orion Horus, and JT Jackson as the defensive backfield, your cornerbacks and safeties. And the Albuquerque Atoms stop behind the line there. 2nd and 12 is going to be up for the Albuquerque Atoms after that turnover. Had a nice pass to start and pick up the first down, but now they're looking to their heavier sets, a strong power I. And that is going to be only 2 or 3 yards. They're going to call it 3. It's going to be a 3rd and 9. That was Baloo Scott, the female running back, and just not able to break out a big one there, Nate.
No, they really couldn't, and so far it hasn't been given very much running room in this game. But this Albuquerque offense really relies on their 2 top receivers to get them the yardage they need. Looking to do so here as well.
And that is going to be a pass and a catch, but it's going to be just shy of the first down mark. Could be. This is a situation in which we normally see teams come out, try and run a bit of clock, try and get the defensive line to jump, but they are going to go with a punt here. And the Albuquerque Atoms, they get the turnover, but they don't get the points.
No, they wasted opportunity there on offense for Albuquerque, getting the turnover, getting the interception, but only gaining 1 first down on the pursuing possession by their offense. And wasn't a 3 and out. They didn't move the chains once, but just couldn't move it any further, and turning the ball right back over to Madison on the punt.
If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. And thank you for joining me for another SFLm opener. It's myself, Liam Crowther, with Nate Hall as my partner in analysis this evening. And Madison will be looking to drive downfield once more. They've gotten into the opposing end of the field on a number of these drives, and they're going to be hoping for another. And that is going to be a decent pickup of yards. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Marcus Duncan on the rush there, stopped by number 41 of the Albuquerque Atoms. That's Jax Nuke on the stop.
Yeah, I like what they're doing here. Handing the ball off twice in a row, trying to settle down their quarterback, who on his previous drive through that interception. So trying to get his head back in the game, trying to make it easier for him by handing the ball off. Now throwing it.
5-step drop, and that is going to be another throw and a catch for the Madison Lynx. Number 16 on the reception there. That was Quig Mam with the reception, and excellent play there from the Madison Lynx. Once again, back in Albuquerque territory. Just need to start getting some points on the board, try and translate some of these drives into evidence on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Quag Man becoming a favorite target for Xander Moon right now early in this first quarter. Now with, I believe it's either 4 or 5 targets now with those catches he's had in this ballgame.
1st and 10 for the Madison Lynx, and circuitous route to the line of scrimmage for number 21, Marcus Duncan. But he does get a yard at least. And the Albuquerque Atoms, great work there to cover all the rushing lanes there, Nate.
Absolutely. Peace just getting in there and just plugging it up. That's what you're supposed to do as a linebacker. Just plug up those holes, not allowing the offense to get through them. Did a nice job of filling that hole.
Bunch set, and that is a throw and a catch, and that is a 1st down. Excellent play there on the out route, number 16. That is Quig Mam again. Excellent play there by the Madison Lynx, and they'll be wanting to keep this up. They want to keep seeing this all day, every day, as we approach the end of the SFLm season. We're going to see a near set here, and that is going to be a rush up the middle, and that is going to be a bit of space for Marcus Duncan right up to the 29-yard line of the Albuquerque Atoms, and that's going to be a 2nd and 1. Excellent field position here for a stab at the red zone here, Nate.
Absolutely, and what a job by Marcus Duncan right there, following his blockers right up the middle on that handoff and getting that 9-yard gain. Good job there on that run.
2nd and 1, and that was an interesting route for Marcus Duncan. He looked like he had the yardage, but somehow number 57 for the Albuquerque Atoms, that's Diamond Gray, the outside linebacker, just manages to bottle him up. And that was an amazing stop there for Albuquerque, but still 3rd and 2. They've got all the well, they haven't got the time, but they've got all the ability in the world to be able to make this 1st down. And the Madison Lynx at the end of the first quarter is 3-0 against the Albuquerque Atoms.
Yeah, not sure what the halfback Marcus Duncan saw there, but thought better of it and didn't want to run into those linebackers there on that previous run.
Single back right here, and that is going to be Nigel advance, and that's going to be blocked. That was didn't catch a number there for the Albuquerque Atoms. Nice visible black numbers on these fluorescent green uniforms, but that is going to be deflected, and Madison not able to make the most of the excellent drive there as they capped off the first quarter, and it is going to be the offense on the field here. I think they'll probably just try and get them to jump. They're in a decent running formation here with strong power I. Let's see what they manage to do. And there is going to be a jump, and they are going to fake it, and that is going to be a 1st down no matter what. I think they'll probably take the penalty, get a bit of decent, get better field position out of that than they did on Duncan's run. But that was excellent work there. Let's hear the call.
Yeah, I saw one of the defensive linemen jump for Albuquerque. That's number 98 for Albuquerque there. the defensive end, Anthony Story, just not able to stay onside and got the early jump. But yeah, they are going to take the 5 yards, get those extra 3. But Duncan would have had that first down either way had Albuquerque not jumped. So had a good couple of blocks on that left side and got the first down regardless.
So they pick up the laundry, and that is going to be a throw, and that is a lame duck if ever I saw one. And that will be an incomplete pass just out of the grasp of those Albuquerque Atoms defensive backs. But that was a dangerous situation there for the Madison Lynx. They picked up that first and 10, but now they'll be pegged back to 2nd and 10 now on the Albuquerque 25-yard line.
Tim House and Anthony Story both got to the quarterback at the same time, and that's what caused that Xander Moon duck up in the air.
Yeah, one of those meet of the quarterback plays for the defensive line there, and that was another one, but just for the running back this time. They managed to get, I think they'll get the line of scrimmage on that, so that's interesting.
He lost a yard there, but
yeah, it looked like he did lose a yard, but you're not going to challenge that. Empty set here for the Madison Lynx, so they are going to pass it. That's going to be a 5-step drop. Whoa. And that is going to be nearly sacked for Xander Moon of the Madison Lynx. He does manage to get out of the pressure just long enough to throw the ball. But this will bring out the field goal unit this time, Nate.
Yeah, that's Tim House again. That's twice in the same series that he's been back there, causing Xander Moon a lot of grief in that backfield. And another field goal attempt, as you said. This one could be about a 42-yarder for the kicker, Alex Jackson. Let's see if he can nail this one as well.
Yeah, looking at just over around about 45 or so. My mouse is correct.
Oh, no, he missed it.
No matter, it's going to be a miss. He's going to kick it wide left. And the Madison Lynx, after all of that effort in getting the ball downfield, they are going to miss out on another 3 points. And every point is make or break at the moment for the Madison Lynx. They're on 0-5 record, and they need to start picking up these wins fast if they want to push on for the playoffs. Albuquerque Atoms now. They've had a couple of big breaks here so far today. They had that turnover. No. That'll be another one as he jumps, and that will give them the 3-5 yards and a repeat on first down. Let's get the call on the field, Nate.
Yeah, they look like Mike Mello jumping early. Yeah, at that defensive end spot, Mike Mello just unable to stay disciplined on that defensive end spot on that line. Got the early jump, 3-5 yards for Albuquerque. First penalty of the game, though, for Madison. So one penalty for each team at this point. So we're pretty even. See if they can button things up there on defense for Madison right here.
Yeah, it's been pretty well disciplined so far today. Had the jump on 4th down, but that's probably the worst offender. And that will be a first down for the Albuquerque Atoms. Nice throw and catch there from Trellis Blanton that was number 89, Levy Deese, the tight end. He's had a couple of excellent catches so far today. Always like to see the tight ends get involved in an offensive coordinator's playbook, and that's precisely what we're seeing here today. It's going to be a run to the weak side here for the Albuquerque Atoms, and it's going to be a blue Scott with a couple of yards there.
I know there's a few owners and coaches here scouting this game tonight as far as possible rookie draft goes here in a few weeks after the season's over. I saw Indianapolis's owner in here earlier in the chat, so definitely want to make an impact here in this ballgame.
First down for the Albuquerque Atoms, and that was number 11 on the catch there, Honus Adobe. Yeah, Indianapolis owner. Can't remember his name. I don't know who that guy is, but I'm sure he'll be intrigued.
Starts with a C maybe, but I'm not sure.
Rhymes with Bad Moland or something like that. So, First down for the Albuquerque Atoms. Going to change it up the line here with Trellis Blanton and a split back set. Looks like 90 or slants, and he's audibled out at the out route on the top of the screen there. And that is going to be a catch and a first down again for number 88. So Albuquerque, despite it's not necessarily been their game so far today, Nate. Madison surprising in the first quarter, but they're still well and with a chance of taking back the lead right here.
Yeah, keep an eye on these Albuquerque wide receivers. They are Honus Adobe and TT Crystal, two of the two-way players on the receivers for these Adams. Top two receivers. They're looking to make an impact on this drive, and it's Crystal right there doing a good job with that last reception.
Gun set, and he guns it out to his receiver, but that was a lame duck as the pressure came heavy there for Trellis Blanton of the Albuquerque Atoms. They're going to go in the hurry up again. We've seen this out of Albuquerque already today, and that is going to be another catch. Excellent play there from the Atoms. They're going to keep on going. Number 11 on the catch there. Honus Adobe, the two-way player out of Atlanta, and the Atoms are driving, Nate.
Yes, they are. Look out. Oh!
That's a sack. Number 69. Very nice sack there from Madison. And
Anthony.
that was Anthony Bonar
with
the sack. And that's going to put Albuquerque right back, but they're going to keep going. And that is going to be... They're not going to give him the yardage there, so that's going to be a tackle for loss. And I would be stopping it. Get the offensive coordinator out there and get them stopping this drive, because it's not working out for them here at Albuquerque. And that doesn't work out. And that's up and caught by the Madison Lynx. What a catch that was. And the momentum has swung right back in favour of the Madison Lynx here. That was a series of unfortunate events, Nate, for the Albuquerque Atoms.
Yeah, young Vaught making 2 plays in a row on 2 consecutive plays. He was the one on that previous play that stopped the catch out in the flats for a minimal gain or even a loss of a yard or 2. And then this one, he just plays center field and watches that ball off the tip and makes that great interception and even runs it back about 20 yards for a nice starting field position spot.
Yeah, as soon as he bobbled that ball and it just lifted up and glided up with all those defenders around it, you just knew that was never going to work out for the Albuquerque Atoms. And I'm sure the offensive coordinator has thrown his headset to the ground after seeing that end of that drive, because that was just a very poor series of play for the Albuquerque Atoms. But they have to live with the mistake, and they have to live with a Madison Lynx drive. They've already picked up a first down as we were discussing that turnover, and they're on the way again. Number 21 with the catch off of that throw in the backfield. They won't get it past the line of scrimmage, but the QB for the Madison Lynx, Xander Moon, just taking the dump-off pass there.
Yeah, we talked about, before this game started, we talked about how evenly matched these two teams were. And these Madison Lynx have two-way wide receivers as well, Adrian Ellis and Charlie Baker. Baker making a catch earlier on a couple plays ago. Well, look out!
And here we go, Nate. That's a run up the weak side, and that's number 47 and number 21 in a foot race. And that was an excellent tackle by number 47 of the Albuquerque Atoms. It's Dante Grimm, the two-way player out of Louisiana, and he stops what would have been a surefire touchdown for number 21, Marcus Duncan. And the Madison Lynx, once again today, they are in Albuquerque territory, and this is not looking good for the Atoms, Nate.
No, it is not. And Marcus Duncan just able to get out of the big arms of Tim House. Tim House unable to wrap him up about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. Breaks out of that tackle and just runs down the left side of the field. And luckily for Albuquerque, Dante Grimm was able to catch up to him. But nonetheless, yes, great scoring position right here. Oh, no.
Picked off by the Albuquerque Atoms, and right back where we were again. This has been a frantic game so far, mate. Jack Snook on the interception, and just as the Madison Lynx, they had that great run and that was as much on the wide receiver as it was on the quarterback there, Nate. That was a decent pass. It was covered quite well, but he should have caught that, the wide receiver.
Yes, he should have, but it's an unfortunate series of events for Madison. They got down the field deep within Albuquerque's territory for the third time in this ball game. Second time they come away with 0 points.
And that is going to be a run, and that was a decent pickup of yards there. Looked like he could have broken one out there. Baloo Scott on the run, and she will pick up 3 at least to make this a manageable 2nd and 7 for the Albuquerque Atoms.
I mean, these two offenses are almost spitting images of each other right now because as far as stat-wise, coming into this game, Xander Moon has thrown 3 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, with throwing 1, actually 2 now already in this ball game. But Albuquerque hits their quarterback, Charles Blanton. He's thrown 10 interceptions as well coming into this ball game. He's thrown 6 touchdowns, which is 3 more than Xander Moon. But Blanton's had his struggles with interceptions as well, and both of these guys are sacked a lot as well. So 13 and 12 respectively. So really mirror images of each other, and that's why I think this game's going to be so closely contested.
And it has been extremely close so far. Just those 3 points off the field goal for the Madison Lynx. And that is a lot of pressure there to get that throw out. And that will be a 4th down for the Albuquerque Atoms. Trellis Blanton, he had his receiver on the previous play on the 2nd down. Wasn't able to bring it in under intense pressure in the defensive backfield. And now this is going to be a 4th down punt from Albuquerque's 30-yard line. And, these turnovers have not been particularly effective. It's not like the teams have been picking up points off of them. It's been purely a field position game here. And that has shown quite a lot so far today.
It really has. And the thing is, that's the 2nd time Albuquerque's offense has done nothing with an interception that their defense has given them. This time, a 3 and out. The last time this happened, where they had an interception, they got a 1st down. But this time, a 3 and out. They got to start doing something with these turnovers and do it quick.
So 1st and 10 in a gun straight set here for the Madison Lynx. And that is going to be I could have sworn he had a 1st down there, Nate, but they're not going to give him the field position. That's going to end up being a 2nd and 1. Gets the reception at least, and that's a nice pickup of yards.
Yeah, maybe they saw Ron Haynes' knee go down before he got that ball across to the 1st down marker, but nonetheless, great gain. Nice pass by Moon to Haynes, getting him 9 yards and getting a 2nd short here. Just hand this one off, I think, to Duncan. He got a big run last drive.
And he did indeed, and that wasn't so large as the last run that he had, but Jack Snook able to bottle up Marcus Duncan of the Madison Lynx, and that's going to be a nice pickup of yards and a 1st down. Let's see what Madison can do here. They've had a lot of good variety. They're out in the gun here with 3 wide receivers sat outside, and that is nearly caught by Haynes, but just not able to bring it in under pressure from those linebackers for the Albuquerque Atoms. And that's going to be Jason Peace with the breakup there.
Yeah, just a bang play right there. Popping that ball loose right when the ball got there was Haynes. I'm not sure that was Peace. Peace was trailing the play, but there was a different linebacker there that came in and got the hit.
Yeah, someone's being a bit generous to Peace there on the bang play, like you say. Diamond Gray, that was on the stop, and that was, he's been everywhere so far, Diamond Gray, it seemed, from what we've been watching. I called his name out a few times, and that is going to be a run up the middle. Picks up 4 yards for the Madison Lynx. So it's been a very, very tight affair so far, Nate. Only 3 points in it still. And it's 3rd and 6. Let's see what the Madison Lynx can do here.
They got to air it out. They got 2 wide receivers. They got to use them here.
3 wide receivers set out. and they're going to let it tick down to the 2-minute warning. So they're going to have a think about it. It's 2 minutes left to go in this first half here between the Madison Lynx and the Albuquerque Atoms. And that's a 3-0 Lynx lead as we enter the 2-minute drill, starting just inside their half of the field. 3 wide receivers set out to the weak side. And that is going to be a first down for the Madison Lynx. Excellent play there. Xander Moon, 12 of 20 for 108 yards on the day. Not necessarily the most efficient day, but he has done the job here so far today after all that scrutiny that's been on him during the week.
Yeah, but he paid the price for it after he got that catch. Did you see that hit laid on him by Diamond Gray over in the middle of the field? It's lucky that wide receiver even got up after that play. Holy moly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I saw a wide receiver get injured last week, and you're trying to avoid those hospital catches whenever you can. That's a rugby thing as much as it is a football thing. I've got to say, don't keep those arms up when you're going in to catch the ball. Keep them low and keep yourself protected. And the Madison Lynx going into the no-huddle offense here. And that is going to be a first down. Just manages to sneak inside. That was number 19 on the reception. And Madison, they're going to keep at it. They're going to go make a throw. That's called a fumble. But that is not going to be a fumble. I'm sorry. I could call that one before R62 even gets to the booth. If that's a catch, then I'm American.
Well, you're not American, so I don't think there's going to be a catch and a fumble because they've got to go to the booth here. It's not going to come from the coaches because it's under 2 minutes, but the rest has got to go under the booth here and look at this one because that is going to be that's got to be rolled incomplete. He didn't have that ball long enough. Ron Haynes didn't have that ball long enough for it to be a completion there.
Cody Holland on the fumble recovery, so nice hustle from him to get the ball after that dropped catch, as it is being currently called. But yeah, I think this one's coming back, Nate.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Ted Haynes there, stretched out and got nailed, but right when he got nailed is when that ball popped out. He never really fully had possession, so that's coming back.
He just didn't have it long enough. It was a lot closer actually than I thought it would be, but he definitely didn't have it long enough. So that is going to be overturned as we expected. And Madison will keep the ball, but that would have been I believe the third on the day. Another turnover, not really the same as an interception when you've got one of those pummeling fumbles from the defensive back as they go colliding into those wide receivers, as we mentioned before. And
you think about how many points Madison is leaving on the field in this first half with 4 potential right there turnovers. They could be up big right now.
Yeah, every point helps. And every yard in this situation helps as well, as Madison tackled for loss behind the line of scrimmage back to the Albuquerque 36. 3rd and 14 now, and this could be a crucial play for the Madison Lynx, trying to pick up some more points, get a bit away from the Albuquerque Atoms here.
Yeah, they need to get to about 25-yard line and get within that kicker's range.
5-step drop out the empty set, and that's going to be a throw and a catch, and that is number 11 on the reception, and Adrian Ellis, two-way player out of Denver for the Madison Lynx, and that was an excellent play there. He just was completely uncovered on the post. He was on the post corner out there, and he brings it in for a really nice pickup. And now they're well within field goal range. They'll be looking for a little bit more, Nate.
Absolutely, and I love that route that Adrian Ellis ran right there. Nice, crisp cuts in and back out. Just no way that Albuquerque Adam defender could cover him on that one. And Ellis left wide open to get that catch, and inside the 10 now. Great position to get some points and get inside the end zone for the first time today.
3-step drop, and that is very close, and that is in. Number 15, Charlie Baker, gets the first touchdown of the day for the Madison Lynx. And that was an excellent play there to cap off what has been an excellent drive late in this first half, Nate.
Yeah, nice soft pass by Xander Moon right there, right over the middle to only where Charlie Baker could catch it. And Charlie Baker didn't have anybody on him until he was crossing the line to get into the end zone. A nice gain, a nice touchdown. 6 points. Got to feel better than 3 right there after struggling most of this first half. And now a 2-possession lead. Nice drive and a nice play to get into the end zone.
Snap is good, and the kick is up, and that is the extra point for the Madison Lynx. And they will take a 2-possession lead. Albuquerque have just not had the answers on offense today to get those points on the board and get Madison under pressure. This Madison Lynx team, which has struggled so far this season, will be kicking off to finish off the first half. 30 seconds left for Albuquerque to bring it back within a single score on this final drive of the half. And that will be returned to the Albuquerque 24-yard line. And the SFL has partnered with Rare Drop and Rare Drop Sports to advance live events distribution. Live and in-person championship weekends, rookie drafts and community events are in the works. Visit raredrop.co for more info on the company does in the gaming community, and follow Rare Drop Sports on Twitch at twitch.tv/rdsports. Strong power eye in the weak side of the field, and this isn't a formation you want to be in on a no huddle offense here. Offensive coordinator, he was screaming before. I think he's tearing his hair out now. But it will get the first down at least. But the clock is their enemy, and it ticks right down to 3 seconds. I think a Hail Mary is a tough ask here, Nate.
Absolutely. They're still 66 yards away from the end zone, and even an arm like Trellis Blanton's, I don't think he could reach that far. So maybe one more, try to see if he can get a deep throw over the middle. Maybe they'll catch the secondary from Madison napping on a play and break open a long wide receiver touchdown streak down the middle on a touchdown run after catch. So it looks like it's not going to be a pass anyway. It's going to be a run to finish out the half. So just scratch that.
That is going to be a run to finish off this first half. It has been a nail-biter here between the Madison Lynx and the Albuquerque Atoms. Close out the first half, and it is 10-0 to the Madison Lynx. And let's get that halftime highlights package up, Nate, because this one has been frantic. The scoreline has not necessarily been emblematic of the play that we've seen today.
No, Madison has had the ball on offense inside Albuquerque field goal range or territory 4 separate times, coming away with only 10 points. So Albuquerque's defense has done the best job that they could do on defense of holding Madison to as few points as they have. Albuquerque, on the other hand, their offense has only been in Madison's in the field once. And unfortunately, on that drive, Trellis Blanton threw that interception deep in on that tip play that was made by Young Vaught on that interception. Right here, you'll see it. Young Vaught just getting in there and getting that ball intercepted. So that was the only time Albuquerque had the ball deep in Madison territory. And that's all she wrote as far as Albuquerque's chances. Madison prized themselves as a minor league team on their defense. Birthday boy Berto Demora as head coach, and you got Jane Swift as the defensive coordinator. You got the likes of Axel Raven also on that coaching staff. Very defensive-minded team as far as this Madison Lynx team goes. But the Albuquerque Atoms holding their own, looking to make a comeback in the second half.
Yeah, it's been a day of birthdays in the SFL, and I think it should not be neglected that one of the biggest of all, and I'm legally obliged to mention this, is our very own Commissioner Cameron Irvine. Happy birthday, Cam, and I wish you all the best in your birthday celebrations over the next weekend. I hope you will be back on Monday, fresh and ready to roll with signing week for the SFL Major Leagues. But enough about that. We're here for SFLm action, and we are here with an Albuquerque Atoms return to the 24-yard line. And it is going to be an Albuquerque drive to start, so didn't want to go too adventurous on that last drive of the first half. Going to come out and they're going to try and make the most of having the ball to start off the second half here.
Maybe they should start taking notes from what Madison's been doing on offense and trying to mix the ball up a little bit. I think the Adams have been too pass heavy, and they're going at it again here on this first drive.
Yeah, that was a nice pass and catch though. Trellis Blanton with only 69. It's a nice number, but it's not a nice performance so far for him today. One interception on the day, so pick up the yards however you can make them. Get them on the ground, get them in the air, whatever you do. Just got to start picking up some points for the Albuquerque Atoms. Now try and do it with a single back set here. You can see the 4-3 defense of the Madison Lynx shift about a bit. Try and get those linebackers to press. And it did look like they were on a blitz, but decided against it on that run. And they do tackle behind the line. That's Mello there on the stop, Nate.
Yeah, Mello plugging up that hole, making that a 2-yard loss on that play, making a 3rd and 6. They've got to find a way to get this first down to keep this drive going.
Single back right set here for the Albuquerque Atoms. That's a throw and a catch, and that is a lot of field there.
He's gone.
For the receiver, and he is gone indeed, Nate. That is a touchdown for the Albuquerque Atoms, and they're right back in this game.
Trellis Blanton just found TD Crystal wide open. Got that ball beyond the reach of the secondary for Madison. Let's take a look at this play again. Just back to throw. Found Crystal on that left-hand side with nobody around him on that defense. And after Crystal caught it, he was off to the races. Nobody was going to catch him on that Madison D, and he takes it to the house. And one play, and what a change of turn of events early in the second half to make it within one score.
And that is just what they needed, Nate. Just able to have a big play coming off of that halftime team talk from their head coach. And they are right back in this game, the Albuquerque Atoms. Madison Lynx hoping it won't be another game where they slip to an unfortunate defeat. But they have looked the better team, and they have looked like the better offense for much of this game. One big play is not going to do it for you. You need to be a consistent offense, and that's what the Albuquerque Atoms need to do over the remainder of this game.
Absolutely. They got to stay consistent, keep driving the ball. First half, they did too much punting and too much giving the ball back to Madison on drive after drive. They've got to stay consistent, move the ball down the field to get back in this game, and they did it on that last drive.
Nice return there up to the 30-yard line for the Madison Lynx. And the SFL, the SFL's minor league, SFLm, is how you, the viewers, can get involved in the action. Create a player today and get on the field to begin your professional football journey through our website at simulationfl.net. Minor league season is over halfway done, but it's not too late. There's still 3 weeks left to get your player ready for the next rookie draft in June. The SFL, where the viewers are the superstars. And not that long to go until the SFL draft, and I know that I've got to have a look at my big board, see exactly what players out of both of these teams we're keeping an eye on in London. And,
yeah, you and about 27 other owners, I think, at this point.
That many?
Yeah.
It's been amazing to see the growth of both the SFL and the SFLm over the past few years, and these two teams hoping to put their mark on SFLm history, as that is a nice 5-yard pickup for the Madison Lynx for number 21, Marcus Duncan. He's been here and there today doing a lot for the Madison Lynx, Nate.
Yeah, outside of that long run he had in the second quarter, he's been showing spurts of greatness here and there, nice 4 to 5 yard gains. getting his offense where they need to be in nice short yardage to go situations like we see here with his 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 indeed, and that's a run up the middle, and that's a nice pickup of probably about 2 or 3 yards. It's not much, but it'll do. And that is a 1st and 10 for the Madison Lynx.
And the drive continues for this Madison team, getting their first down this drive. Maybe we'll see a little bit of the mix-up with the run and the pass like we did in that first half, but it looks like they're going to stick with the run. Why go away with it when Duncan's having success like he is?
And that is going to be a penalty for offsides there against the Albuquerque Atoms. That run play out of the power ice set just not working out for the Madison Lynx today. But they get a break on that run, and they get the laundry on the field, so they will pick up at 5 yards on the first down.
Yeah, Anthony Story unable to stay on his side of the field before the snap was made, so a good 5 yards. And yeah, the defense will get there quick when you got a defensive end that's going to jump early and get there before anybody else does. So that's partly why the defense got there so quick for the loss. Oh, look out!
They didn't get there quickly, as that is the first down, a little bit more for Marcus Duncan. 108 yards on 19 carries. That's what you called out earlier, Nate. That's what Albuquerque haven't been doing. They haven't been able to get Baloo Scott as involved as the Madison Lynx have with Marcus Duncan. And all of these are very promising signs for a Madison Lynx team that's looked much better and much closer to their championship form from last season.
Absolutely, and this is what they need to do. This was what their blueprint had to look like if they're going to get their first one of the season in this ball game, and they're doing it so far in this two and a half quarters that we've seen in this game.
And that is going to be stuffed behind the line for the first down. Number 98 of the Albuquerque Atoms. That is Anthony Story with the stop there. Got our other game on YouTube at the moment. That is Lexington versus Annapolis, 14-21 to the Annapolis Navigators there. But don't go anywhere. We've got an exciting one here, and we have got a 3rd and 5 for the Madison Lynx. Nice pickup of 6 yards to get that yard back and a little bit more as well.
And Marcus Duncan's starting to feel it. You saw him jumping around and getting a little bit of that swag as he jumped up off that tackle. And he's starting to feel that defense for the Adams getting tired. And that's exactly what Madison wants as we hit late stages here in the 3rd quarter.
And Madison looking like they're going to go for the jugular here. They've got an empty set, going to get a 5-step drop, and they're going to get a throw and nearly deflected into the hands of one of those cornerbacks there for the Albuquerque Atoms. A nice defensive stop there. That's not going to be field goal range for the Madison Lynx unless they really trust their kicker. I'm not sure I would be kicking it in this situation.
Yeah, they're going to punt this one away.
So they could get decent field position here, but we've seen a lot of cases in general, whether it be the majors or the minor leagues. You get people within the coffin corner, so to speak, and then they turn something out. No. That was very poor hands team play there from the Madison Lynx, and that will be a touchback, but they will be frustrated with that drive. That's probably one of the few offensive drives I've seen from Madison today where they really haven't looked up to form, Nate.
Yeah, they really did, and the special teams coach is losing his mind right now on backup cornerback Ulysses Yale. He caught that one off the bounce at about the 3-yard line and ran it into the end zone. You got to stop your momentum, son.
Indeed, and the momentum was stopped there for number 89 by 53 of the Madison Lynx. That was an excellent stop there by Gary Hounds. That was a unstoppable force meets an immovable object there.
Absolutely.
For the Albuquerque Atoms.
These two defenses hit as hard as you'll ever see in the minor leagues.
Right up the middle there. That's going to be a 1st down for the Albuquerque Atoms. They keep the ball moving, and we're right back to where we were in the first half of this game, Nate. The Albuquerque Atoms, they've been trailing the whole way, but Madison Lynx just have not been able to pull through.
Yeah, and even with the score only 3 points apart, you know, in the first half, Madison was only ahead 3-0 for the longest time in that first half before Madison got that late touchdown in the second quarter. So Albuquerque right back in within range is where they were for most of the first half, and they just need to keep doing what they've done on that previous drive. They've got to give. You got to think that the coaching staff for the Adams is going to give Trellis the green light more often to throw the ball deep more often than not.
Bonar with the stop there, nice tackle, and that was another nice tackle for the Madison Lynx, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 7. So Albuquerque, they are trying to go to the run game. You were saying earlier about how they weren't really getting Blue Scott involved, but I mean it's you don't want to go to the well too much with these passes, but I just feel you've got them on the ropes a bit. The momentum's in your direction. Just push on and try and do something. Does look like they'll go with a pass here. Changed up at the line by Trellis Blanton. Runs down quite a bit here, and that has been run down, and that's an excellent throw. Real pressure. He had the defensive lineman right in his face, and that's an excellent catch from TT Crystal. Another case of that was not a tight spiral whatsoever. That looked like one of my throws, let alone a throw of a prospective major league. That's probably a bit generous to me to say that I can throw the ball like that. I'd probably take that, to be honest. Run up the middle, and Scott, wow, excellent play there, just pulling both those defensive players right over the first down line with him, and that's consecutive first downs for the Albuquerque Atoms. The Madison Lynx defensive coordinator is going to be a bit nervous after that, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. And Blue Scott coming off one of her better runs of this ball game, getting the ball right up the middle, and a nice first down, gain of about 11 on that last play. And you're right, these Atoms are moving the ball better than they have for most of this game. And the defense for Madison has got to be telling their team to tighten up here on this defense.
And that is an excellent stop there, and they have tightened up indeed, if that play is any evidence. Number 23 on the stop there with the tackle for loss. That is Chet Maverick rushing out of the corner spot to stop Blue Scott there. And now the Atoms will be looking at potentially a pass play to try and pick up some of those yards that they were so cruelly denied, and they will only get the 1. So 3rd and 11, and Madison, they flipped the switch, managed to turn things around right when they needed to, and one of the rare excursions for the Albuquerque Atoms into Madison Lynx territory. It's not gone their way.
Yeah. Really quick while we got the offense on the field, you got to think, so the scout, Mr. Hairflip himself, Bryant Dynasty, who also has birthday today, has got to be in Trellis's ear throughout this game. And you got to think he's giving them tips as this game goes along, and you're seeing it throughout this drive when he starts playing better and the kind of game that he's starting to have.
Didn't get past the first down marker there for it, just a few yards short, and that's going to be a punt. So we've got a flip of the previous drive. Now Madison will be hoping that Albuquerque, their special teams is not as effective, and that is pretty much a touchback, Nate. That's going to be a Madison drive starting on the 18-yard line for them. And you normally see the punters, they generally tend to kick it in field. You very rarely see a situation where they actually flat out kick it out of bounds like that, mate.
Yeah, usually it goes either towards the side of the sidelines, but not out of bounds. So you got to think that the punter's got to be doing a better job next time he goes out there.
Run up the middle for Marcus Duncan, and that is a couple of yards. So now it will be a touchback. It's Madison Lynx 20, and they have a slim 3-point lead as the clock ticks down on this third quarter. single back set here for the Madison Lynx. It's a 5-step drop. That's a throw, and that's a pick. Number 41 of the Albuquerque Atoms, and right back at them is Jack Snook.
Yeah, playing back there in center field again. This time it is, as you said, Jack Snook getting in the path of that pass by Xander Moon. Yet another pick thrown by Moon in this ball game, and getting a nice return on that interception as well was Nuke. Getting the ball all the way down to the 25-yard line before he's tackled. So another great scoring position, scoring chance here for the Albuquerque. They cannot squander this.
Within a sniff of the red zone here at the Albuquerque Atoms. 3-step drop, and that is a throw and a catch, and it will be more than a sniff, it will be the red zone.
Yeah, all the way down to the 15-yard line now as number 48 for Albuquerque comes away with that catch. That's tight end Rand Collin, the backup tight end that we don't call very often, but makes the catch and gets the first down.
So you'll be aware, Nate, that I'm a big believer in the all-name SFL team, and I have to believe that Deputy Commissioner Andrew Rastelli was looking at Jack Snook thinking there's no other team he could be on than the Albuquerque Atoms, right?
Right. Absolutely, yeah. You got a Nuke, you got an Atom Bomb, you know, it's match made in heaven almost, it seems like.
Yeah. Atom Bomb was a wrestler, I believe. And that will do it for the third quarter. It's 10-7 to the Madison Lynx for Albuquerque in dangerous position, looking to at least tie the game up and pick up the touchdown, their first touchdown of the day. It's 10-7 for the Madison Lynx. And APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. And we welcome you back in to this SFLm opener. And this is a excellent looking drive for the Albuquerque Atoms. I'm Liam Krause, your play-by-play commentator, and joining me is on analysis is Nate Hall. We've got an exciting quarter ahead of us, Nate, as the Albuquerque Atoms set up in the red zone. It's a 5-step drop, and that's a throw and nearly picked off by number 24 of the Madison Lynx. That was nearly Ty White on the interception there, Nate.
Yeah, Ty White getting back there towards the back of the end zone with great coverage. Looked like he was trying to get that ball out to Ed Williams on that slant pattern over the middle. Just unable to come up with it because of the great coverage applied by Ty White. And a 4th down coming up, field goal unit coming on, and first time we'll see Mickey Melillo coming out to attempt a field goal.
Indeed, yeah, he's been completely absent aside from the kickoffs, I suppose.
He hasn't been absent completely. Remember, he got hit on the sidelines, so we did see him once earlier, just not in play.
Indeed, yeah, and he did get the extra point, so he did get his single point so far today. But he will get a routine field goal, and that is going to bring up the tie here for the Madison Lynx and the Albuquerque Atoms. 10-10 as we enter what is going to be a desperate 10 minutes for the Madison Lynx. Will they keep their slim playoff chances alive, or will they be dashed by the Albuquerque Atoms?
Albuquerque with 10 unanswered so far after Madison going up early 10-0 in the third quarter. You got to think that this is a very important drive coming up for this Madison offense, trying to get the ball down the field. Their wide receivers in the second half, as well as Xander Moon, has been pretty quiet, not getting very good passes off. Hasn't been getting the ball to his wide receivers. That's why we haven't called Mam's name as much as we did in the first half.
1st and 10 for the Madison Lynx on their own 27 with 10 minutes to go, and that's a bomb, and that is going to be bombed right into the hands of number 24 of the Albuquerque Atoms. That's an interception for Liam Ryan. And the two-way player out Mexico City has dashed a huge hope for the Madison Lynx of picking up their first win of the season here, Nate.
Yeah, Adrian Ellis was, Xander Moon was looking for Ellis on that right-hand side, and unfortunately for Moon, instead it finds the hands of Liam Ryan. Ryan doing an amazing job getting in the path of that ball. Yet another interception to his record.
Right up the middle, and the Albuquerque Atoms, you just got a sense after that interception, and we're seeing some of these offensive plays for the Atoms. They figured it out, and that is dangerous for the Madison Lynx. They were looking very impressive, I must say. You know, a lot better than they have been playing over the last few weeks, but they have stumbled back as well, commentators curse for Trennis Blanton there. Excellent defensive play for number 55, and they must have heard me, and that's put some gusto back in the feet of Mike Mello as he rushes the quarterback and takes him down for an excellent sack.
Excellent sack indeed, rushing around that defensive end spot around the edge and getting to the quarterback for a major sack.
Shotgun set here for the Albuquerque Atoms. They will pick up a decent chunk of yardage after that sack, but it won't be enough. So Madison, again, it's another situation where the turnover, I don't think there's been any points off the turnovers today, Nate.
There hasn't, and as far as I can remember, there hasn't. I may be wrong, but it seems like every time the Adams get an interception from...
and that's nearly a block. That looked,
wow.
I would have put money on that being a block. But as it turns out, it's actually a really good punt. That is, it is on a knife edge at the moment, Nate, this game, as Madison and Albuquerque are fighting to keep their playoff hopes alive. And, you know, this is going to be a real drive for the Madison Lynx here. They have got
yards if they want to take a touchdown lead.
Indeed, and that is going to be a rush up the middle for just the 1 yard. Annapolis stretching out their lead over Lexington, 24-14 in the second quarter. It's already the fourth quarter in this game, Nate. It's absolutely flown by.
It really has, and already now under 8.5 minutes left in the game. Tide still ticking away, and still tied up.
There's going to be another run. A very conservative start to this drive from Madison Lynx, and that's I have to question that, Nate. I would at least be trying to maybe run some screens, get something in the playbook, which doesn't have to be a home run hitter, but you've got to get it into the hands of your playmakers.
Yeah, I don't know. They might be just trying to get a few yards before they do. Well, did that third down play? That third down run is what scratches my head, because the first two plays I could see handing the ball off to try to get yardage to be out of the shadow of their own end zone. However, if you're 3rd and 7, you've got to air that one out to get the first down. So very suspect play calling indeed if you're Madison's coaching staff right now with 3 straight runs.
Yeah, nervous play there. Not a great punt either. I mean, that is nearly field goal range for the Albuquerque Atoms, and they just need they can do precisely what Madison just did in the field position that they've got. You have got to get a few more yards. It'd be 55-yarder from this point. And I don't think Malilo has the boot on him to be able to kick that, but this is not looking good for the Madison Lynx. They need to do something to get that momentum back. We've seen it before so far in this game, but the Albuquerque Atoms will go with a run to start. That's a nice pickup, and that will get it a little bit closer. Young Vaught on the tackle, 5 tackles on the day and 1 for a loss. As the Albuquerque Atoms look to put this game to bed. 7 minutes on the clock remaining. and they will come out in another strong set here. They're going to run it again, and that is an excellent bit of blocking by the offensive line of the Albuquerque Atoms, and that takes them well into field goal range now, you would say.
If you take a look at this play again, as soon as that ball's handed off to Blue Scott, I saw that right-hand side just get all those seal blocks along the line. And as soon as that ball was handed off, I knew it was going to be a first down just because of that seal block, all those seal blocks that were made on that side of the field. And indeed, a nice 4 to 5 yard gain and a first down.
4-3 set here, and it's going to be a jump offside. It's all going wrong for the Madison Lynx.
Oh!
After a decent play by the defense, but the jump offside may have contributed to that, Nate.
Yeah, it most likely did, but nonetheless, I'm glad that quarterback is okay after getting tripped up. Looked like maybe he's number 69, Anthony Bonar, got a foot in there to trip him up as he ran forward. But nonetheless, Trellis Blanton back up on his feet, looking to get a first down after this 1st and 5.
So it's going to be decent field position here now for the Albuquerque Atoms. They're going to change it up for the line. They're still going quite ambitious here with their play calling, and if they get the touchdown, that's going to almost certainly put the Madison Lynx into a position where they're playing for overtime rather than playing for the win. But they have to get the points on the board. We've seen turnovers in situations like this before, Nate.
Absolutely. This deep into the field position, we've seen Madison come away with that tipped interception, so it can be done. This defense has stepped up before. Let's see if they got one more stop in them.
There's a throw and a deflected pass there from Trellis Blanton of the Albuquerque Atoms. That was Gary Hounds there, the outside linebacker, with an excellent play there to keep it out of the hands of number 89 of the Albuquerque Atoms. That was TT Crystal, who was on the crossing route, two-way player out of Mexico City. This will come up. This is the third down of third downs for the Madison Lynx here.
Absolutely. They need a stop in the worst way to hold this to only a 3-point attempt. And actually, if you're the defense, if you're a fan of the Lynx, you want to turn over this to hold them to 0 points.
And they just about pick up the first down.
They do.
Got
they
over the line. Number 54 of the Madison Lynx. I'm sorry. Number 54, Matthew Alvarado. He nearly got there in time, but I got to say, actually, Nate, the clock situation for Madison is not as bad as it could be. They've got 5 minutes. They'll probably get the ball back with about 4 or 3 minutes pending an Albuquerque score or something crazy happening. Decent defensive play, but that is an excellent throw and a catch. They're going to call him just short of the end zone. Number 89 of the Albuquerque Atoms, that was Levy Lease, the Week 2 signing, who's come in and had a big impact on this game, had some very nice pickups. And that's another one right there, just short of that touchdown. But Albuquerque are driving, and they are in position to put another 7 on the board here, Nate.
Yeah, absolutely. Great catch by Lease as they look to run this one in.
And that is a touchdown for the Albuquerque Atoms. Bellew Scott with the touchdown to put another 6 on the board, and pending the extra point, the Madison Lynx are despairing. They look grim-faced. They've been in this situation before, and you've got to feel a degree of pity for them in this case, Nate. They have been, I've got to say, I think they've been the better team today, in all honesty. Albuquerque have gotten their act together, and they've shown just how good a team they are. But Madison, they've had some heartbreakers this season, and this just looks like it could be another.
Absolutely. They've got to find a way with this 4:51 left to drive the ball down the field. It's not over by any stretch of the imagination. They've got the time. They've got the personnel to do so. They just got to find a way to get the ball to their big playmakers on the side, on the wide receiver spots. Get Xander Moon good throwing options to throw to.
So it'll be kicked back off to the Madison Lynx, and that is going to be returned up to the 26-yard line. Nice return there for the Madison Lynx, and they have a must-score drive here. Visit the SFL website, simulationfl.net, for links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions, plus features from our content team, including Swamp Talk, Power Rankings, and many more feature series. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. And that was nearly home and dry there for the Albuquerque Atoms. That was a very dangerous pass and deflection. Good coverage there from Fletcher, number 27 of the Albuquerque Atoms, to put that in a position to be picked off. But Madison will be counting their lucky stars there, Nate. They got away with it there.
They got away with it indeed. That ball hung up in the air for a long time, and lucky that one of the Albuquerque defenders didn't come down with it.
And that is going to be a run up the middle for Marcus Duncan. He's had a good game today, but this is the sort of situation where I'd be saying, let's get all my wide receivers off, because we need to get the yardage fast. And they are going to go a little bit faster here. The Madison Lynx are at 7 points down. They need to pull this game back. They need to keep alive in the playoff race. And that was nearly caught, and it was nearly picked off in concurrent. It was concurrently nearly picked off and nearly caught by the receiver. That was, man, that sums up this game for the Madison Lynx there, Nate.
Yeah, it really does. Charlie Baker should have came up with that catch over the middle. He had a beat on that throw from Xander Moon. It just fell off the tip of his fingers and falls incomplete. But he was open. He had the ball in his hands, just couldn't hang on to it.
And this is precisely what you didn't want if you were a Madison Lynx fan right here. You didn't want to see them come out and go 3 and out, 4 and out on the drive, but they absolutely must score to keep themselves in the playoffs, and I don't know what to say. It's hugely disappointing to see them just fail to deliver in this second half. It hasn't really been right since half time. The adjustments that the Albuquerque Atoms have made has been extremely effective. It's not over yet though. We've still got 4 minutes. All timeouts are still on the board, and number 42 there, John Fowler, comes up with a decent tackle and stops the Albuquerque Atoms on the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line. But this is it. This is make or break now, Nate.
Yeah, this defense needs to come up with a major stop on this series. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They've got to get this stop. They cannot allow the Adams offense to score any more points.
4-3 set for the Madison Lynx defense, and that is not looking good against Baloo Scott, who drives up to the 46-yard line. It's 3rd and 2 now. Around about a 6-yard gain, they're going to call that. And they have a 3rd down conversion attempt here, the Albuquerque Atoms. I mean, this is very makeable. Yeah. This could give them about a minute, 2 minutes worth of time that they can burn off the clock here if they do get the first down. Strong power ice set here, so it almost certainly is going to be a run. We haven't really seen them screen out of this, and it will be a first down, and that is condemning the Madison Lynx to the 2-minute warning essentially. And I mean, if they get into field goal range, just you can pretty much stick a fork in it, Nate.
Yeah, absolutely. They will have to snap it one more time before the 2-minute warning, saving Madison at least one of their 3 timeouts they have left for the other side of that 2-minute warning. But this set of downs right here for this Madison defense is huge. The hugest set of downs of this game for them to this point.
But at the strong side again from Baloo Scott, and that is going to be at 2nd and 7 Pick up a 3 yards on the first down there. And this is the point of the game where everything is on the line for these two teams. It is 10-17 to the Albuquerque Atoms against the Madison Lynx, and it is the 2-minute warning. The chance for a breather before we get back on with the action. Trellis Blanton, as cool as a cucumber, as cool as the cucumber green that the I won't call it cucumber green, it's more like nuclear green, but that is going to be a run up the middle, and that is going to be about a yard. Madison, they take the first time out, and that will stop the clock on 1 minute 57. I think the right decision there with the timeout. I think they've got 3rd and 6. This is not going to be easy for the Albuquerque Atoms. They've been quite conservative, but this is the point of the game now. I was going to say it's the point of the game where you see people jump offside and you tear your hair out as a coordinator.
Yeah, and they did a good job of staying disciplined on that play, and a nice loss of 2 yards.
Yeah,
up the 4th down.
Excellent discipline there, and that's outside the field goal range, and it gives the Madison Link a chance. It gives them a chance to drive back downfield and take this into extra innings, extra time, whatever, overtime, as we call it in the United States. But this is going to be key for the Madison Lynx. That was nearly another block, mate. They nearly did it earlier, and it is a carbon copy of what we saw earlier. The punt, it goes right down to the 6-yard line after nearly being blocked, and the special teams unit for the Madison Lynx, they have not had anything go right for them in this second half, mate.
They haven't, and great job on 2 consecutive punt coverage plays by this Albuquerque Atoms special teams unit. We cannot see 3 straight runs on this drive by the
we most
by
certainly
Lynx,
cannot. No, he'll change it up to the line, and he will go for the pass. And that is extremely dangerous play there, and that is picked off, and that is a touchdown for the Albuquerque Atoms, and that will be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen, as number 24 gets the pick 6. Liam Ryan, that's his 3rd of the day, mate. His 3rd of the day and his first pick 6 of the game, and a underrated, unspoken player of the game nod there, I think, for Liam Ryan. And well, I mean, I'm speechless, Nate.
It's one of those things where you just feel heartbroken for Madison and this coaching staff and the players on the team. Xander Moon definitely just did not have his sharpest game today, and if there was one play that summed up the kind of game Xander Moon had today, that play was probably it, as Liam Ryan just put the icing on the cake, picked that one off, and walked it to 5 yards in the end zone to say good night, see you later, drive home safe, have a good night.
Yeah, I suspect Xander Moon, he's thrown his helmet to the floor there after that. That play was just, it was everything that you don't want to see as an offensive coordinator happen on that play. There was no offensive line protection. Madison will get the ball back, and they get it up to the 34. He nearly broke it out there, Nate. That would have been something, wouldn't it?
That would have been really something. I was waiting for it to go out to the outside over towards the sidelines, but just unfortunately not enough gas to get around the edge.
Yeah, so that play, the pick 6 for the Albuquerque Atoms, they had it down within the 6. They had no offensive line coverage, no offensive line blocking to protect Moon, and then the receivers just broke down, and there's another one. There's another pick, and that's number 24 again. Liam Ryan. He's got as many picks as he's got letters in his first name now. And if you reverse Liam, it's male, and he's been the mailman, just picking up the post today on the coverage. And that was, I mean, that's a superb performance from him. and from this Albuquerque defense, they have really put their foot on the gas, so to speak.
With the kind of play that, sorry to cut you off, but with the kind of play that Liam Ryan has had in the second half, helping his team, helping Albuquerque come back to take the lead eventually, and then to seal it with that pick six, and then to seal it further with that last pick. If there's not owners in the major leagues looking at him to get them on their squad for season 19, there's definitely something wrong with the system in the major leagues, because this guy has got what it takes, I think, to be a major player in the majors, and you got to think that these scouts are seeing it as well.
Yeah, I've got him on my board now just because of his name, quite frankly. But no, Liam Ryan has really given people a lot to chew over when they come to their defensive back options going into the SFL draft, because this was an eye-opening game. He's been there or thereabouts, but when you're making plays like that as a defensive back, he has got to get some serious consideration. Albuquerque out in the victory formation, and they won't get right down to nothing. They will have to give the ball back. Well, you would expect give the ball back to Madison with probably around about 4 or 5 seconds. Yeah. I think we probably got a pretty good idea of who the player of the game is, Nate. But who other than Liam Ryan would you call out for special consideration today?
Ooh, boy, that's a good question, because I mean, if you're going offense-wise, I mean, Trellis Blanton, he came on in that second half. He had that huge touchdown pass to TT Crystal on that left-hand side to cut the lead, start the scoring off for Albuquerque in that third quarter. And played really consistently in the second half to really bring this ball club back. But if it's not Liam getting the player of the game after getting a pick six and then adding 3 more to his stat line, it's got to be Liam in the player of the game line once this game's over.
So that'll do it. That's the final score. It's 10 to the Madison Lynx, 24 to the Albuquerque Atoms. And the Madison Lynx succumb to probably a playoff condemning defeat at 0-6, and the Albuquerque Atoms, they were just by far the better team in the second half. That big touchdown on the initial drive there from the Albuquerque Atoms, and then a tumultuous second half for Xander Moon. It's been an interesting week, and you brought up a little bit there in terms of the draft and what we're expecting going into it. But yeah, this game, this performance, certainly it's going to be one where he's going to look at the tape and then he's going to burn it afterwards, Nate.
Absolutely, he's going to take a look at it. He's going to see where he made his mistakes. But yeah, he's going to want to soon forget the kind of game that he had tonight. And just try to move forward and progress and do better these last 2 weeks, and try to get his stats up to where he'd like them to be by season's end.
And there was the winning pick six in the end from Liam Ryan, that two-way player out of Mexico City, and the Madison Lynx. Well, let's look at it from the Albuquerque standpoint instead. Actually, Nate, they move up to I think they go back to 500 after this win.
Yeah,
and
they're 3-3.
That puts them right back in the mixer with those other 3-win teams in the SFLm. And it is indeed Liam Ryan, number 24, player of the game with 4 interceptions and 1 pick six. Well done to him for an excellent performance today. And he will be right up there in consideration with some of the other top prospects come the SFL draft. Well, that will do it for us. Thank you for joining us as ever for another SFLm week opener. I've been Liam Krause, your play-by-play commentator, with Nate Hall on analysis. And thanks to everybody for joining us this evening. We'll see you all next week.